Hello and welcome to this episode of Central Intelligence. I'm Sai Buddha.
And I'm Zoe Hamilton. This week we take a look inside Wonders of Wildlife. We also discuss President Trump's visit to Springfield.
Stay tuned for these stories and more because this is CI. Breast cancer affects many families annually.
Ashlyn Vauble and Emma Steingraber share the stories of breast cancer survivors.
Of the month October, we generally think of Halloween, fall, and fun. However, for many people, October is a time to spread breast cancer awareness. Everyone who has encountered this disease has their own unique story.
It was in January of 2016. I was an avid runner. I was outdoors running, felt great. I just finished 6 miles and I came inside to warm up and I crossed my arms and under my thumb on my left side I felt a large mass.
It was about 4 years ago and it was in the summer, end of the summer 2014, and I was just taking a shower and I felt a lump in my left breast.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer over the summer.
My first thought was my children. I have twin daughters and they were in 6th grade at the time, and I just thought, how am I going to tell them? How are they going to deal with it? And it was hard to talk about.
I found out that I had cancer when I was at work. I was distraught, I was heartbroken, I was devastated. My work group surrounded me immediately, prayed with me. My fiance came from work to come and get me and take me home.
As a whole, we've probably been brought closer together trying to support my mom through this endeavor and just help her feel like she's not alone in this, that we're all there with her.
People cope with cancer in many different ways.
Letting people help you, getting involved with organizations like the American Cancer Society, and then I think always maintaining that positive attitude and having hope.
Just take it 1 hour at a time. I'd say 1 day at a time, but some of those days can be super long. I never would have imagined that after it was all done, that I would have said to people that it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it forced me to live in the moment.
Signing off for Central Intelligence, this has been Ashlyn Vauble and Emma Steingraber reporting.
Wonders of Wildlife recently had its debut at Bass Pro.
Kayla Helms and Kaylee's son explore the opportunities for marine education for students. After 10 years in the making, Bass Pro's new Wonders of Wildlife has finally opened to the public. Today we take a step into the new aquarium and museum. Covering over 1.5 miles, Wonders of Wildlife connects the public with an immense variety of 4D habitats.
When I was in 6th grade, so I had graduated from the Wolf program, they let a couple of us students actually tour the Wonders of Wildlife. They didn't have all the animals up or anything like that, but just seeing the structure of it was so exciting for me.
It's changed a lot, when you go through the bear and the polar bear, it's nice and cold, cool, and a little bit of breeze and so forth. And when you get into Africa, it's a lot warmer and hotter. And then you have the sound and stuff here too, that it feels like you're in Africa.
Not only is the museum an unforgettable experience, but it provides a fun way of blending entertainment with education.
They merged it together in such a good way that I think it's immersive for the kids to have such a good learning opportunity.
I hope it helps with children, getting children outdoors. There are a lot of kids who, once they see something they want to do, they keep nagging at their parents, Mom, I saw a fishing pole, I saw fish in that museum, can we go fishing? And just simple things like that. I hope when kids walk through here, it will encourage them and encourage their parents to get out.
People should know how to treat resources and use them reliably so animals don't go extinct and we just run out of stuff.
I think it's important for those who aren't as informed on those to be here and witness this and see what it is that we have preserved.
Encouraging you to visit Wonders of Wildlife This has been Kayla Helms and Kaylee Sun reporting.
After a blood drive, many students wonder where the blood goes and how it's used.
Asha Pravathaneni and Alex Sharp uncover the mysteries of the blood drive.
Students are incentivized to donate blood by the various prizes that Central's cabinet offers, but most don't know where their blood goes or how it impacts others.
Lots of stuff happens to the blood after somebody donates blood for the first time. First of all, when you give blood, usually it's in whole blood form. So the first thing we've got to do is get it broken down into its component products. We put the blood donation in these. These are centrifuges. They just spin around at a very high rate of speed. From there, they go on to these. These are just expressors, spring-handled expressors, and we'll open up different series of hoses and we'll squeeze the different components off into different bags. That's why when we say that one donation can save 3 lives, you know what we mean, because we're not using whole blood in the hospital setting. We're using a specific component of the donation that you give. Platelets, the sticky part of the blood that helps to clot, they're used for cancer patients. Plasma is used for burn victims. Babies need blood. Moms need blood. Elderly people, young people. It's estimated that if you live to age 78, there's a 90% chance that you're going to need blood at some point in the future.
Giving blood is really important to people in need, mainly because a lot of people right now sometimes don't have donors that have the same type of blood. So having more people donate more blood allows for more people to have more opportunities to receive more blood and fix a lot of their medical problems.
I think giving blood is really important because it's something that's not hard but makes a huge impact.
Honestly, your blood donation could be what saves someone's life. I heard of someone who needed 11 pints after getting a gunshot wound, and that was a local police officer.
It's a really satisfying feeling to know that someone has benefited from my action in that way.
I think that when high schoolers give blood, they should realize that donating things like blood and hair help a lot of sick people gain medical benefits.
Encouraging you to donate blood at Central's next blood drive, this has been Asha Pravathaneni and Alex Sharp reporting.
A peaceful protest occurred during President Trump's arrival in Springfield.
Zoe Hamilton and Lauren Seiko show students' opinions on this event.
On August 30th, 2017, hundreds of anti-Trump protesters were lined along Glenstone Avenue and Division Street all the way north to Commercial Street to stand against President Donald Trump's visit to Springfield, Missouri.
The People's Protest was put together in response to President Trump announcing that he was going to come to town and give a speech.
I've always kind of wanted to be able to go out there and help my community, help those who are disenfranchised, and I thought this was the perfect way.
Getting out there and making that point of view heard. I feel like to just be silent and sit back and not say anything would be to accept what's happening, and I don't accept it.
He hasn't been able to unite anybody in Congress at all, even his own party.
The president is supposed to be for the people, and I don't feel like he's representing all people.
Although there were estimated 740 people who attended the event, about 2,200 people were interested in going.
We, as organizers, feel like the protest went extremely well. It wasn't necessarily our goal for the president to see us. It was our goal for the people to see us. Our message to the people was that they're not alone and that we are here.
After the protest, many explained the importance of getting involved.
So if you're fully able to go out to a protest, go ahead and do that. It's a really good experience. You meet a lot of really cool people. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, because we're all people and we all deserve the same amount of rights and the same voice.
We're out here. There are liberals in Southwest Missouri, and we're committed, and we'll show up, and we will protest Trump and his policies whenever we don't like them, and we will protest him wherever he's at.
I really hope that the people of America understand that love is always the answer. It's never hate, and that love, not hate, makes America great.
And we need to be involved. We're the ones that will be the caretakers of this country. We're the next generation. We need to step up our game and get involved in politics and get involved in changing the country for the better.
From Central Intelligence, this has been Zoe Hamilton and Lauren Seiko reporting.
For the 2017-2018 school year, Cabinet adopted the hashtag Bulldog Nation to encourage community at Central.
Sasha Agarwal and Katie Seiko show you hashtag Bulldog Nation.
Bulldog Nation is Cabinet's new way of combining community and spirit here at Central.
This hashtag is just another way to bring Central into a community aspect, just to make Central feel more like a family.
I think Bulldog Nation represents the spirit and the pride that we have at Central. The Dog Pound this year at games is going to have a lot better presence, and I think also the Spirit Store. And we're also just making sure our student section is getting larger.
I noticed like everybody supports Central. Every time there's like a football game, somebody's like on Snapchat or Facebook. I go support Central.
Kids are starting to feel more accepted at Central and more welcomed at Central through our different banners. We're really trying to promote the inclusiveness of the Central High School student body this year.
My personal opinion on the hashtag Bulldog Nation, I like it. It's really fun. It's like it supports the Bulldogs. It lifts them up to push them to do better.
However, not everyone is a fan of the new hashtag.
I've been here for a while. I guess it's my 7th year here, and over the years they've tried to do things like, One Central, Bulldog Nation, and I kind of admire the intentions of what they're trying to do. But at the same time, I find that these mottos and phrases don't really do a lot. It's more of a way to act like we are without actually doing that.
Bulldog Nation provides a change from last year's theme of One Central.
Last year's theme of One Central was specifically for that year. This year, it seems like people are linked to that hashtag a lot more than last year's.
Last year, One Central just kind of became a meme, and everyone just kind of talked about it and made fun of it. And this Bulldog Nation, I don't think it'll be that effective or good, but at the same time, I don't think there'll be kind of that negative attention given to it like there was last year.
I think it will have a lasting impact. I think this can be a legacy that'll be something that we can kind of label ourselves as and continue to use for many years to come.
For Central Intelligence, this has been Sasha Agarwal and Katie Seiko reporting.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Central Intelligence.
Be sure to check out other stories and more on Twitter at CHS_CI.
We will see you again soon.